Hello, fellow YouTubians. It's the moment you've all been anticipating. It's Linda's build update. Woohoo! It's really exciting to do this and lots of fun. So I have my tub. Not a lot of detail in there, but it'll do for a first build. Got my engine, got a little bit of touch-up still to do, but that's turning out pretty darn nicely. I think it's really fascinating and cool how much a little bit of paint just makes everything pop and brings everything to life. So for me, that's really exciting. Of course, the chassis, got the underside there. Again, just a little bit of paint here and there really makes things turn out nicely. I did put my brake discs on backwards or flip-flopped. I just realized that the other night and went, uh-oh. But, you know, that's all right. It is what it is. So, doing a little bit of dry fitting and things seem to be going together very well, so that's kind of exciting. Nice tires, did a little bit of the wash to make those pop. Again, it's so fascinating how little tiny things make a huge impact, and it's been really kind of exciting to look at the color codes and paint things the color it says and just see how it brings it all to life. So that's been really, really cool. So, as I think most of you know, I am a novice airbrusher, but I do have some chemistry background and artsy crafty background. So, and I've also listened to Brian a lot. So really, as much as I took to this pretty easily, it has a lot to do with Brian and, you know, listening to him talk about problems when airbrushing and kind of mistakes that people make getting too close, you know, the different impacts. And then, of course, I'm kind of an avid Googler. So as I was going, I was kind of like curious and interested in why you would use different airbrush pressures and what was needed to make the clear coat go on well. So this is Splash Paints. I did the Viola Persephone Lamborghini color for my Diablo, and it's a beautiful color. And then of course I did the 2K clear coat, and there's a few little boogers we painted outside, so I'm going to work on kind of cleaning up a few little spots, but overall I'm really happy with how it turned out. The automotive paint is really kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see some of the color flop, but in different light it looks like the paint's lighter because the purple kind of goes to this a little bit of a funky lighter color. But I did do, I think that's a better way to do it. I painted the different bits individually because there were going to be some areas that would be hard to paint. I know it's going to make assembly a little different. I don't know if more challenging is the word, but I'll have to use the super glue instead of the cement. So that will be an interesting challenge, but overall I am really excited about how the paint turned out and how the clear coat turned out. I did just a spare body kind of to get an idea of how the airbrush works and what I wanted for the clear coat. And I will tell you that I did have a little trouble with it's probably more of an experience thing, but pushing down on the button and pulling back at the same time was a little challenging every now and again. You know, there was one point where I blew air instead of clear coat on a part of the car. But luckily, that all worked out okay, and everything has turned out well. So, the next step in the process is tomorrow, so approximately 48 hours, or at least 48 hours after clear coating, polish out some of the little boogery bits that got in there, and then do final assembly. So I don't know if my lighting is as good as I want, but this color is just gorgeous. And the interesting thing about the 2K clear coat is that, especially from a distance, it looks amazing. And then, of course, you get up close and you're like, oh, there's a little spot there. But we actually painted out in the garage this weekend, and got a little bit of texture there. I probably didn't get the clear coat quite as wet and even as I wanted, and again, like I said, I did have a little bit of a challenge with the whole pulling back and pushing at the same time, so I don't know if that lighting helps, but anyway, here is my build update. It's really been a lot of fun, and it's been super cool to do this stuff with Brian and learn how to use the airbrush and clean it. And you know, I had Brian show me how to take the airbrush apart, clean up all the bits. I was a little bit diligent, I guess is a good word, with cleaning up the clear coat, because I have read that that can bugger up an airbrush if you're not careful. So I did make sure that I really cleaned that well, and I mixed my own 2K clear coat, added the thinner. I will tell you, if you're going to use the 2K clear coat, you definitely need to get the thinner that is made for the clear coat you're using, and especially for that second and the final coat, you want to make sure it is good and runny. That makes a huge difference in getting a really nice shine and coat to it. So anyway, that's my build update. Once I kind of do some finishing, I'll do another update and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic evening, and hope to post more soon.